Do you have a dog at home that you love dearly, but their training just isn't to your satisfaction, or you don't even know where to start? I'm sure every dog owner's life would be much more simple and easygoing if their dog was trained to your satisfaction. Of course, I'm no expert, but I have had a Puggle for the last 6 or 7 years now that I train myself, and I also just got an 8-week-old Dalmatian Australian Shepherd puppy that I am currently training. I will explain the processes and operations of training your dog. This is how I train my dog that hopefully helps you or others with their future or current pups. You might be asking, where do I even start? Training a dog can be a very nerve-wracking experience, and especially if it's a task that you have never done before. Knowing where to start is a big part of the stress, and this can easily be eliminated with a few simple steps and tricks. The first thing you need to determine is if your dog is a puppy or full grown. And depending on a breed, a puppy can go from birth all the way from 12 to 18 months. For this, we will assume the dog is a puppy because that is where most training starts. And you need to get the essentials. Essentials like treats. Dogs can be picky. I know mine are. They make specific treats for training that are smaller and they have less calorie intake, so it's super easy to train with. You need to get tasty treats that your dogs love, so it keeps them enticed and encouraged to learn. You need to gain a very basic vocab for yourself. Assuming that they already know their name and that they're potty trained, the first words your dog should learn are sit, stay, down, off, come, and no. The amusing and fun ones can come after the basic ones. Keeping these in mind can make your dog training easier for you and them. You need to be consistent. Do not change your words or the way you pronounce them. Reward for immediate and correct behavior and after the command is given. When all of this is understood by you, the trainer, you can start successfully training your dog. The first one I will teach is sit. This is not an amusing or fun trick, but it's a basic, crucial one. They should begin in a standing position, as should you. You should begin in a standing position because it minimizes the distraction for them. They're not tempted to jump in your lap or lay down for, pets or anything. And they should also be in a standing position because this is a very basic one for them to learn to sit in. Any other position that they would be in would be too hard to learn to sit in. While your dog is in a standing position, go ahead and grab a treat. Wave it near their nose, let them know that you have it. Well, the first thing you want to do is put it towards their nose and make an arc position over their head. This will cause their head to rise and their butt will naturally hit the ground. As soon as their butt hits the ground, you need to say sit and reward immediately. And when you say sit, you need to say it in a very monotoned, not too loud, not too quiet, in a very flat way. They should be in a sitting position by now. You need to reward immediately. Timing is a very crucial thing here. After what they have picked up what sit means, you can keep doing it. And as you go, you need to reward immediately, say immediately. If you don't reward immediately, they might mix up an action with one of your words, and then you're teaching the wrong thing on accident. And you need to do this for multiple days in a row, multiple times a day, so your dog has a better chance at successfully learning. After your dog has learned one of those basic tricks, they can learn something fun, like shake. Shake is one of those amusing, entertaining tricks that I mentioned earlier. And this specific one can be learned after a dog is trained to sit. So, beginning, ask your dog to sit. He or she should be doing this now without a treat and pretty simple. Once your dog is sitting, place a treat in between your thumb and your palm. You need to have it there firm enough so that the dog can't just lick it out of your hand. You'll understand in a second why. And after you have that down and they are sitting, you should have your palm parallel to their face, approximately 3 to 5 inches away from them. and they will begin licking your hand more than likely, but eventually they'll figure out that they can't just lick the treat out of your hand, and their palm will hit your hand. Their hand will hit your palm. As soon as their paw hits your hand, say shake and release the treat immediately. It should be shake, just like that. And they will eat the treat, and eventually they'll pick up on it that they just need to place their palm in your hand to get the treat, and you say shake. So eventually you should just be saying shake, rewarding immediately, and they get the treat. Same thing as sit. They will pick up on this without the treat, but you need to do it consistently, and timing is everything. Timing is everything for every trick, and this stands the same all across all boards, or else they will get confused with your words and actions. Training and teaching your dog can be easy, and as surprising as it sounds, fun if you do it right. And it all starts somewhere. You just need to know where to start. And through this explanation of processes and training, your precious pup should be a much simpler task to tackle when it comes to training. And training your dog really isn't as intimidating or as difficult as it sounds. But I know where to start, and keeping it consistent is super, super easy. And it might even be the hardest part if you're the type to procrastinate or not keep it consistent. And like I said before, I'm no expert, but I am secure enough in my experience that I can be confident in my advice.